Day 37, the authorities have reimposed the curbs in Srinagar and other parts of the valley on the day of Ashura. Preventive measures have also been initiated in the valley. All the entry and exit routes to Lal Chowk, the commercial hub and the old city have been sealed. Remember that the Mohoram processions have been banned in the valley since 1990. My colleague Mir Fareed now joining me live with further updates on the current situation on ground. Fareed, day 37 of the clampdown, and we're given to understand now that the authorities have reimposed certain restrictions. Can you take us through the details of what you're picking up from on ground?
That's right, Apurva. Restrictions are back in the Kashmir Valley, and especially if we talk of the capital district of Srinagar. Restrictions are pretty tough. Old city has been sealed, and it is day 10 of Mohoram, which is Ashura, and today, every year, there is an attempt by mourners, processionists to come out in big numbers and march on. That, as you rightly said, has been banned since 1990 by successive governments. And this year, obviously, it was quite expected that it won't be allowed, because already you have had a tough situation in the last 37 days. It is clearly an uneasy calm that still prevails in the Kashmir Valley. So it was quite expected that they won't allow this year as well. And for that, very tough measures have been initiated, barricading concertina wires, CRPF police and other paramilitary forces in huge numbers at various locations, especially entry and exit points to Srinagar, Lal Chowk, commercial hub. The Ghantaghar area has been completely sealed, and so have been the areas where there is a case where disturbance can happen. The Shia community has been told to ensure that these processions do not come out of the local areas, and if that happens, clearly the authorities will have no other option but to use force. So restrictions are back, and the authorities in absolutely no mood to take any chances. So we've seen on Fridays restrictions are reimposed, and today, as I said, it's 10th of Mohoram, so restrictions are there. Otherwise, also, Apurva, it is quite a strange kind of status quo that exists in the Kashmir Valley from the last many days. Every day it's a similar kind of situation that repeats itself. Early morning there are a few shops open here and there. Then you have local transport, private transport plying. But again, shops are shut, commercial establishments in Lal Chowk and otherwise are shut. Public transport is off the roads, and as the day progresses around 1 or 2 p.m., suddenly you'll see that the traffic will thin out, uneasy calm will once again descend, and the shops will be shut. So it is quite a daily process. And we've seen that the authorities also don't seem to be in any hurry. They're not taking any proactive measures to bring back normalcy at the earliest. They're adopting a wait-and-watch policy. Probably they also think that it is kind of a wearing down exercise where they're waiting for the day of August 5 or those memories to really completely vanish from the minds of the people, and probably post that they feel that slowly normalcy will come back. So it clearly is an unprecedented situation. Communication continues to be the biggest issue for the people, though landlines have been restored, but that's all that has happened in the last some time. No internet, no mobile phones, though we've been told that probably they're contemplating some decision on mobile phones. We don't know what that is, but that could happen in the next 1 week. But as of now, ground situation continues to be the same, and today, as I said, restrictions are back because of the 10th of Mohoram and because of the threat of those processions. Back to you.
But also, Fareed, time and again, we've also seen how the authorities have in a way made attempts to quell all these fears and also very clearly indicate that normalcy is returning to the valley. They are, of course, keeping vigil. With these restrictions still in place, it is, of course, a bigger challenge for the people because they have been reeling under this for the past 37 days. To what extent is their livelihood, their entire personal space being affected at the moment?
Absolutely. I mean, you don't need rocket science to figure that out. I mean, any society in today's day and age, if you keep them without internet, without communication, it would obviously have a ripple effect on almost every sphere of activity. You have the business community, which is absolutely gone. They're done and dusted because from the last 1 month, their businesses have been completely shut. Then you had, this was the fruit season, this was the apple season. Somehow there are some people who are trying to send their product out. But generally, if you talk of various fruit mandis across South Kashmir, they are completely deserted. So they are also suffering. Education is a sector which is again the biggest sufferer. Kids, students have been restricted to their homes from the last 1 month, though they tried to open schools. But obviously the parents do not feel the confidence. They still lack that confidence level where they feel that they can
Absolutely.
send their wards to the school and they'll have a secure day. There is no sense of security there as well. On the other hand, you have transporters who are suffering. I mean, you talk of every sphere of activity, it has absolutely been very badly affected by this. And people, as you rightly said, are affected. They are being restricted in many ways, though, as I said, restrictions on the ground are not there. But with no communication, they literally have been left to really go
Absolutely.
around, move out physically, connect people, know about the well-being of their kith and kin. So that is it's an unprecedented situation. Today's day and age, you don't see this kind of a situation happening daily, but it is Kashmir. And previously also, there have been bouts of turmoil, but this is unprecedented, and the people, obviously, as you rightly said, are suffering, and all these reasons are there for their sufferings. Back to you.
All right, we'll have to leave it there, Fareed. Many thanks for joining us and bringing us the ground picture of what is happening.